Hello students, welcome to Global Online. In today's video, we are going to discuss most expected MCQs on business finance. This video is going to be very helpful. With the help of this MCQs, you will be able to revise your business finance unit. So first question is, which of the following is not a discounted cash flow technique? So this question is related to capital budgeting topic, which is very much important from your exam point of view. So capital budgeting techniques are classified into discounted as well as non-discounted techniques. So you are, in this question you have to tell which of the following is a not a discounted, means non-discounted it is asking. So NPV is discounted, IRR internal rate of return is discounted technique, profitability index is also a discounted technique. So our right answer will be option C. Payback period is a method of capital budgeting which is non-discounted in nature. Okay, so option number C, payback period will be the right answer. Before moving ahead, there is an important information for you. If you want to crack the upcoming NT UGC NET June 2026 from commerce subject, to boost up your preparation, Global Online has brought a complete crash course on commerce. The batch is already started from Monday 25th May 2026. If you in this course, you will get live lectures, recorded video lectures, complete syllabus notes will be provided, weekly test will be provided, full syllabus based mock test with explanation will be provided, 4000 plus MCQs and PYQs, and the biggest advantage is if you take the paper 2 course, you will get paper 1 completely free with all same facilities. The fees for this course is 10,000, but after discount you can get both paper 1 and paper 2 in 8,000 with a validity of 1 year. To join, download the Global Online app and contact on the given numbers by WhatsApp. A project with a positive net present value indicates that cost of capital is greater than IRR. Project should be rejected. Present value of inflows exceeds present value of outflows and cash inflows are uncertain. So students, if there is a project who it has a positive net present value, so in such a case project is not rejected, project is generally accepted. Cost of capital is greater than IRR, so this will not be there. Cash inflows are uncertain, so this will also be not there. Our right answer will be here, the present value of cash inflows is greater than present value of cash outflows. Okay, so option number C will be correct here. Let's see the next question. Which of the following methods may give multiple rates of return when cash flows are unconventional? Okay, we have to tell method which give will multiple rates of return when cash flows are are unconventional in nature. So payback period will not be there, NPV will not be there. Multiple rates of return are available in the technique of IRR, that is internal rate of return. Okay, so option number D will be the right answer, IRR. Let's see, EBIT is usually the name thing as funds provided by operations, then earning before taxes, net income and operating profits. So the term earning before interest and tax, EBIT, is also termed as operating profit. Okay, so option D will be the right answer here. Let's see the next question. Shareholders' wealth in a firm is represented by the number of people employed in the firm, the book value of the firm's assets less than the book value of firm of its liability, then the amount of salary paid to employees, and can be increased by good financial decision. Okay, so here in this question you have to tell shareholders' wealth in a firm, what is the thing which represents. Number of people employed in the firm will not represent the shareholders' wealth. Okay, then the amount of salary which you are paying to employees, it will also not represent the shareholder wealth. Okay, it can be increased by good financial decision, and before selecting the correct option, the book value of the firm's asset less than the book value of its liabilities. Liabilities are less, how it is possible? Okay, so here our right answer will be if the number of people employed in the firm, and the another right answer will be can be increased by good financial decision. Okay, so B and D will not be there. Our right answer will be first as well as the fourth option. So option number D will be the right answer, 1 and 4. The long-term objective of financial management is to maximize earning per share, maximize the value of firm's common stock, then maximize the return on investment, and maximize the market share. So students, the primary goal of financial management is wealth maximization. To maximize the wealth, we have to maximize the value of firm's common stock. Common stock is nothing but the equity shares. Okay. So option number B will be our right answer. Maximize the value of the firm's common stock. The market price of a share of a common stock is determined by the board of directors of the firm, the stock exchange in which the stock is listed, the president of the company, and individuals buying and selling the stock. Okay, so here you have to determine the market price of a common stock. Common stock is again nothing but the equity share. Okay, so board of directors who are the not the people who finally decide. It is decided by the individuals buying and selling the stock. Okay, so option number D will be the right answer. Dash approach the capital structure decision is relevant to the valuation of the firm. So sorry, in case of capital structure theories, they are classified as both relevant and irrelevant theories. Okay, and here the question is asking dash approaches capital structure decisions are relevant to the valuation of firm, or you can say value of firm. So here net operating income and Miller and Modiglani are irrelevant approaches. Traditional is mixture of both, but it will not be there. Our right answer will be option number A, net income approach. Okay, so option number A, net income, will be the right answer. XYZ is an oil based business company which does not have adequate working capital. It fails to meet its current obligation, which leads to bankruptcy. Identify the type of decision involved to prevent the risk of bankruptcy. So students, generally we see in financial management we have three types of decision. One is the investment decision, then the financial decisions, and another is the dividend decision. So here if you see this case in the question, that firm does not have adequate working capital to fulfill its current obligations. Okay, and it is which will leads to bankruptcy in future, and in such a case it will not invest. Okay, it will not take finance, and it will not be able to pay dividend to its shareholder. So in such case the XYZ oil based business will liquidate itself. So option number C, liquidity decisions, will be the right answer. Which of the following statement is correct? So a low receivable turnover is desirable. A lower the debt to equity ratio, the lower the financial risk for the firm. An increase in the net profit margin with no change in the sales or assets means a poor return on investment, and the higher the tax rate for a firm, the lower the interest coverage ratio. So students, you have to state the correct statement or tell the correct statement. So here the higher tax rate for a firm, lower the interest coverage ratio. So this is incorrect. Okay. Low receivables turnover is desirable. So this is also not much correct. Okay. Then increase in the net profit margin with a change in with no change in sales. Okay, if you want to increase the net profit margin, your sales should increase. Okay, due to no change, this statement is totally incorrect, and here the right answer will be option number B. The lower the total debt to equity ratio, the lower the financial risk for the firm. Okay, means what happened if the company will raise debt in less amount, okay, it will automatically have a lower financial risk. Okay, so option B will be the right answer. A project's profitability index is equal to the ratio of dash of a project future cash flows to the project's present value to initial cash outlay, net present value to initial cash outlay, then present value to depreciable basis, and net present value to depreciable basis. So students, generally it is asking you the formula of PI, means profitability index. So here the both depreciable basis options will be directly eliminated, and here our correct answer is present value of cash outflows or present value of cash outflows and divided by initial cash outlay. So net present value of and divided by initial outlay is the right answer. Okay, so option B will be the right answer. Which of the following are the examples of systematic risk? Indicate the correct code. Okay, so systematic risk are those types of risk which are not under the control of the company, and another type of risk, that is unsystematic risk, that are such risk which are under the control of the company. Okay, so directly you can see increase in bank rate. It is not in company's hand. Sorry for the. So, which of the following are examples of systematic risk we were here? So, systematic risk are those risks which are uncontrollable in nature. Okay, and unsystematic risk are those risks which a company can control. Increase in bank rate. Okay, this is an example of systematic risk, and elimination of government subsidy. This is also an systematic risk. Okay, also a systematic risk. So our A and B option. Labor problem is company's internal problem, and high levered firm, this is also a company's internal problem. So option number C, A and B will be the right answer. Dividend irrelevance argument of model is based on hedging, issued debentures, liquidity and arbitrage. So Modiglani Miller has given irrelevancy theory in both the context of capital structure as well as dividend. So dividend irrelevance agreement of Modiglani Miller is not based on hedging, not on issue of debentures. He hasn't talked about liquidity. The main focus of dividend irrelevancy model is the arbitrage. Okay, arbitrage is where people buy security at lower rate and then sell in another market where the rates are quite higher. Okay, so option number D will be the right answer, arbitrage. Which of the following statement is false? The opportunity cost of an input is considered in capital budgeting. Capital budgeting decisions are reversible in nature. Cash flows and accounting profits are different, and an expansion decision is a capital budgeting decision. So students, whenever a business want to expand itself, it will take a capital budgeting decision. Okay, so option D will not be there. Cash inflows and accounting profits are different, so this is also correct. This will not be there. Correct. Okay, then capital budgeting decisions are reversible in nature. So capital budgeting decisions are not reversible. These decisions are irreversible in nature. Okay, so option number B will be our right answer. Capital budgeting decisions are reversible in nature. So let's see the next question here. ABC analysis, Walter model, capital rationing and net operating income. And on the other hand, you are given with dividend decision, capital budgeting decision, capital structure decision and working capital management. Okay, so ABC analysis means always better control. So it will go with option number 4. That is working capital. Okay, Walter model will go with dividend decisions. Okay, so A will go with 4. The option which is starting with 4 will be our answer. Okay, so here only there is a one option, so option C will be the right answer. Okay, ABC analysis, working capital management, then Walter model, dividend. Okay, then capital rationing will go with capital budgeting decision, and net operating income will go with capital structure decision. Okay, so option number C will be the right answer. Main objective of employing financial leverage is to reduce the risk associated with profits, maintain the stability in profits, then decrease the cost of debt capital and magnify the return on equity share capital. Okay, whenever a firm uses financial leverage, it means what? It uses debt. Okay, so generally the main objective of employing financial leverage is to magnify the return on the equity share capital. It will not decrease the debt capital. Okay, then not related to stability in profit, and it is not related to, it will not reduce risk. Okay, so option number D is magnify the return on the equity share capital. Which one of the following equates the present value of cash outflows and the present value of expected cash inflows from the project? Net present value, internal rate of return, payback period and accounting rate of return. So students, here you have to identify the term which is a clear hint, that is equates the present value of cash outflows and the present value of expected cash inflow. Due to expected word and the equate word, our right answer here will be internal rate of return. Okay, IRR is the rate where the cash outflows and inflows are equal. Okay, so option B will be the right answer. Debt financing is a cheaper source of finance because of time value of money, rate of interest, tax deductibility of interest, and dividends are not payable to lenders. So, in case students, our dividends, in case of debt, dividends are not paid to lenders. Okay, so this will be not there. Okay, then rate of interest. So you have to pay, if you are using debt, you have to pay the interest rate. Okay, so but this will not be there. Time value of money, this is also an irrelevant reason. The main reason for behind using debt is tax deductibility of interest. Okay, so that's the reason debt is considered as a cheapest source of finance. Option number C will be the right answer. Which of the following is not true with reference to capital budgeting? Capital budgeting is related to asset replacement decision. Cost of capital is equal to minimum required rate of return. Timing of cash flows is relevant, and existing investment in a project not treated as sunk cost. So student, capital budgeting is related to asset replacement. Suppose you have a land and you want, in place of that, you want to buy another land. So this is an asset replacement decision. So here capital budgeting is used. Cost of capital is equal to minimum required rate of return. So this is also correct. Timing of cash flow is relevant. Okay. And existing investment in project is not treated as sunk cost. It is treated as sunk cost. Okay, due to this not word, the statement will be incorrect. Okay, so option number D will be the right answer. Sunk cost is the cost, means once you invested the money, which you cannot take it back. Assertion says the important aspect of dividend policy is to determine the amount of earnings to be distributed to the shareholders, and the amount may be retained in the firm, and dividend policy of the firm has its effect on both the long-term financing as well as wealth of shareholders. So here you have two options are A and R, both are correct, and R is not the correct explanation of A. Assertion, reason, both are correct, but assertion is not the correct explanation. Then assertion is correct, reason is wrong, and reason is correct, assertion is wrong. So students, if we talk about the assertion, important aspect of dividend policy is that here by distributing the dividend, you decide how much earning, how much portion of your earning you want to distribute to your shareholders, and how much earning you want to retain. Okay, so this is the main aspect of dividend decisions, and the dividend policy of the firm has its effect on both the long-term financing and wealth of the shareholders. So both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. So option A will be the right answer. Which of the following is not a discounted cash flow technique? NPV, IRR, payback period, and profitability index. So this question we have already done. So option number C, payback period, is a non-discounted technique. Okay. Suppose if I change this question, means not a non-discounted technique. Okay, so not a non-discounted technique. So here the option may be any of these three. Okay, because not and non also always get cancelled. So that's all in today's session. I hope you might have understood all the questions. See you in next video. Thank you. Bye.